So, September 24th marks the sequel to this very game here. And as ever, we like to play games when the sequels are about to release, and I've never played this game before. So we should do the part 0 thing, I think, and check it out. So it's Surge 2 is released on September 24th. It's about 7 weeks. Let's have a look at what this is saying. It's typically in the first part we go under the hood. We're on the PC, obviously, as you can see with Steam, and we check out what's what. So obviously you can do your new game. 4 slots there. Looks fine. Continue game if you have something to continue, of course. Let's look at the options. Seems to have a pretty decent. I'm gonna turn the game volume down a little bit, because damn, I'll be fighting that shit. There we go. So this has a pretty good options menu thingy majiggy bob. So yeah, let's have a look. See, so you can do all the kind of inverts that you want. Some of this stuff is game specific, so I can't really say, but what's really cool, I haven't played the game obviously, but what's really cool is that there's descriptions to the right, which is a rarity. I've said many a times that you have menu systems that often just repeat what's already on the screen. So horizontal targeting synced will typically on the right, as a description would say, sync the horizontal targeting, which is kind of useless, right? In this case, it says defines whether limb targeting uses right stick or will be synced to the look setting for the camera on the horizontal axis. Information useful, you know? You can actually make a decision from that. So you have all that stuff there. Camera sensitivity is an option. You can lock on finishing sequences, you can change that. I imagine that's cool animations. Combat slowdowns, this is all the default stuff. And obviously you can play with a controller, as I typically do with these. What else do we have here? Video. So it's running in 4K. And obviously it's sampled down for you guys in the 1080p's of the PP. Running in borderless windowed mode. So those are good. You can set the resolution for both the full screen and the scaled, which is kind of interesting because a lot of games have a lot of problems when you go to windowed mode and you go 4K. It just goes pretty stupid. This seems to mitigate that by recognizing the two differences, I guess, between the two, and allowing you to set for both. So yeah, that's handy. When the game started up, it was at 720p for some reason, but easy enough to change. Got it fixed. You go full screen or not. Windows is doing its HDR thingy-majiggy, which I can show you here. I don't know if this game has native HDR, I don't think it does. But if I just go to my filters here and turn off my HDR coloring, you'll see it looks quite like how HDR things look like if you don't color it up. So yeah, technical stuff. You can adjust the VSync settings here, as you see. You can go from the standard sync the frame for every refresh availability on the screen itself, or you can make it do it twice around, which would then result in you having a 30 frames per second display type thing going on. You can also change the refresh rate as well. Gives you descriptions on the right, really handy. FOV is there. I know people love their FOV on PC. That's there. You can adjust brightness, HUD scale. And then these are game specific things. I don't know, I'm not looking, I don't want no spoilers. So I just don't even look at these things until it's relevant. Graphics, wait with the right trigger there. And mine's is custom, I've already set it. But I got the resolution scale at 120%. Which just seems to be about the maximum I can really do without getting any frame drop. If we have frame drop, this is what we'll be dropping down, but we'll see. So far in the testing, very early testing, it seems fine. And it's just going to sharpen the picture up a little bit. At least that's what they say. Scale factor applied to internal rendering resolution. Lowering this value can greatly improve performance depending on the GPU used. But of course, beware, increasing the setting to a value higher than 100% will lead to super sampled image, but this may severely impact the game's performance. Use with caution. In other words, if you have a bitch-ass graphic card and a bitch-ass system, probably don't want to mess with this. But we should be alright. We'll see though, I don't know yet, because I haven't fought anything, haven't really touched anything, just literally, you know, tested a few seconds at the beginning, and haven't progressed anywhere or nothing. Maximum settings is very high, everything else after that is low or off. Oh gee, is it changing them there and then? But yeah, FXAA and SMNA, MAA. And that's a bit disappointing that they just say which method of anti-aliasing to use, and they'll tell you, because they've been pretty good with the descriptions overall. But you see, a general quality of shadows within the game may greatly affect performance effects, both resolution and build chain quality. So yeah, because anti-aliasing, we've seen some menu systems that have very good anti-aliasing descriptions. They just didn't bother here, unfortunately. A little bit of a chink in the menu system. And obviously you have the presets I'm not going to mess with, but it goes from low to very high. Very high, well, this defaults to 100%, the resolution scale, and I think this one wasn't high, at very high. So literally everything else is pretty much, let me see if I can, yeah, that's very high there, it's default. Oh no, it messed up my settings. Auto as well had it as set to this as the very high setting basically for me. Oh no, low. Well, I can show you guys now. Medium, high, higher than a kite, and very high over the trees. And now my custom settings gone. The things I do for you guys. Alright, so I put back 120. Put this back to very high. And that's fine. That's all on. You can turn off the screen space reflections, ambient occlusion, subsurface scattering if that's not your thing. There are some standard things missing that you can normally change. And it's completely escaped my memory what it is. But I mean, it's pretty good overall. There's descriptions for most things. Depending on the GPU's display feature may greatly improve performance. It kind of tells you what will help performance. Sometimes it just tells you disable or enable a thing like here, which isn't really useful. But overall, pretty good, I'd say. Pretty good, if not great. I don't know how you get to the pad key. Oh, maybe you have to get to your controls. It's kind of weird that the controls thing is showing here like that. It looks like it's in the same menu, even when it's not. So if you go to there, it looks like display graphics and pad and keyboard are in this, a part of this menu in terms of the design. But it's kind of a shortcut basically to the same thing. So it's kind of interesting, I suppose. One thing to note, this is one of those games whereby it does want you to reset the whole game if you change certain things. They'll expect it to restart the game to see them. So it's not, and it's probably a big point to make. It's not a game where you can fiddle with all of the settings and see the settings there and then in game. You will have to open the game, set the setting, close the game, open the game again for a lot of them. Resolution scale, I don't think you need to do that, because that's the only thing I adjusted and tested the performance with. So this you can mess with the resolution scale without closing the game again and opening it again. But everything else I think pretty much requires you to restart the game, so beware. So yeah, you can change your audio settings are decent as well. You have the master volume. Not all game settings menu have this. Voice volume as well. Sometimes that's mixed in with effects, which is crazy, but that's separate, so that's great. And the music as well, so you can adjust all of the main components: voice, effects, music volume, and you have master as well. Everything you need at a most basic level. Don't have any audio channel, audio driver selection options. Not a big deal though. But you know, sometimes it's nice. Subtitles, obviously. Don't even know what that means, but you can change it if you don't like music in whatever is the medbay, and you can turn off an anchor command, whatever that means. Again, going in blind, so I'm not trying to know. Controller imagery. I guess you can change it so that it's like a Steam controller here. PS4, Xbox, nice. Obviously, I'm using the Xbox One official controller on the PC here because that's just how I roll. Though I don't have any dislike of the PlayStation controller. I like the PlayStation and the Xbox controller. The Nintendo Pro controller is quite nice as well, but its buttons are backwards. Position-wise, it confuses me. Confuses the heck out of me. Even with playing as much Nintendo as I've played over the last few months, it still confuses me every now and then. But yeah, you do that. Option 1, option 2, custom. So you can customize that stuff as well if you want. Vibration, you can do the southpaw if you like, you know, southpaw-y. Duck hop with left stick. I'll just see how it plays first, but you can do that. It's an option. And there's little controls and stuff. Layouts, that's good. That's what you want. And then let's check out the keyboard for you. Keyboard and mouse. Massive out there that do the keyboard and mouse thing on PC. The way that many believe is the only way to play stuff on PC. And God bless them. But yeah. Standard WASD, can do all the stuff there, change all the things. Uses the middle mouse button. So hopefully you have that. Probably don't want to be playing on a laptop without a separate mouse maybe. Yeah, it's all good. You can change all of it, so there you go. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it really? Pretty much everything you need. Not necessarily everything you want, but pretty much everything you need, I'd say overall. We shall rate this menu setting system probably a I think a 7 or 8 out of 10 maybe. Having to keep restarting to check graphic settings is a big no-no. That takes off a whole point straight away. But sometimes there are certain engines and that cannot be avoided. And I think this is a Deck 13's own in-house engine, but it would be lovely if they could have the engine not require you to restart each time you make changes, so you can see them. But other than that, it's a good menu system. It's got everything you need. Again, if not everything you want. But yeah, we'll be checking this out, and we'll see how we get on with it. We've got 7 weeks. Again, with the playing a game before the sequel releases doesn't necessarily mean that I will be playing the game on release, because various reasons. Maybe I want to sometimes wait for a review. Depends if I like the game or not as well. The previous one. Sometimes it's not smart to play the newest iteration of a game on release for various reasons, including loads of traffic, including giving you guys time to play. Although sometimes if you're playing it new, it gives you guys a chance to kind of decide whether you want to actually take the leap based on what I can show you or whatever person you're watching. We hope it's here obviously, but you know, it is a semi-free country in most places. So yeah, and then there's a Steam thing here. I think it's just gonna pop up a whole bunch of shit I don't want to be showing, maybe, I don't know. It's just literally the shift tab menu. And that's that. That's the part 0 for the Surge. Part 1 should be later today. It is the oh man, I forgot my 4K thing messes up all the tabs. Oh, it's the 1st of August now. It's like 3:12 a.m. And I just got the laptop fully set up to do the recording PC stuff externally via the capture card, so it's yeah, it's pretty good overall. Seems everything will be working right. I think we've got the colorization right and everything, so we should be good to go. Fully on the PC again, because I updated the memory on the PC to use a SD card thingy-majiggy. SD card, is that right? Not SD card, what am I talking about? A solid state drive, there we go. Solid state drive, the ones that look like memory sticks almost. And it's made the laptop super quick and super more responsive, and it makes it easier to do things. And I also got the audio stuff sorted out as well, so we will be completely
good to go.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, share, and all the rest of it if you haven't already. And leave a comment below if you're going to be getting the Surge 2. Let me know. Let me know if you like the game. How does it shape up for you? Is it better than Lords of the... Is it Lords of the Fallen that they're known for? I would like to finish that. I got stuck on that game with the mapping thing, which was kind of irritating, but Lords of the Fallen wasn't bad. I've enjoyed it for the most part. Same studio, right? It's like they had like it's not the same studio. I'm just checking here. Has the sound gone in the game? Cause I clicked out the menu. Yeah, it will be. That's right. Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen. There we go. Why are they lying to me? Oh, is that Deck 13 and CI Games? Yeah, that was their last one. So yeah. That was 2014. I gave that game an initial gameplay so far review. Lords of the Fallen. 54 people found it helpful. Boy, that was a long time ago. You'd be lucky if you can get 10 people to see your review on Steam now these days. That was 2014, bruh. But yeah, we'll see how it measures up. What you guys think? How does it compare to Lords of the Fallen? You played Lords of the Fallen? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You like this one better? Are you getting the two? Let a brother know in the comments, and I will see you in part 1. Appreciate you guys, and I bid you adieu. I hope that's the right word. No, but I didn't just tell you guys to piss off or something.